This video, I will talk about going on your healing journey, what it means, what can come up, what you might have for challenging things that will show up, and a few things that will just make it a little bit easier when you're on your trip of finding yourself, creating yourself, healing journey, awakening, exiting the matrix. Or there's many different kinds of saying, and what I think it means, that is that you are going on your unique path, and by doing so, it's coming closer to loving yourself. During my time since 2012, I have found myself in many different stages, and not until basically recently I figured out that this whole journey about awakening and vibrate higher and attracting better things and manifestation, all of those things basically comes down to loving self, feeling that we are worthy and enough. Because when we do, we manifest things faster. That's just one of the topics in this whole thing. We attract what we are. We don't attract what we want necessarily, because then everyone would just have everything all the time, and that is not really true. In my hallucination, when you go on this trip that is called life, there's a lot of programming from societal things, from other people, what they really believe is true, and they project that onto you. And this whole journey is about scaling off all of those layers of kind of like conditioning that's been put upon you since you were a child. This whole thing, when you peel the onion, you will find out that the world is not what you thought it was. The world is something completely different, and it's all yours. Not just a country, not just a city, like the whole world is actually yours. But there's a lot of people with a lot of conditioning that want to minimize that, so they can basically feel safe. That's what it comes down to. Other people feel safe when they control you. Then they know that you're not going to harm them, or that they are going to survive. So when you go through this journey, you will find things that you're like, shit, you know what? One of the key things with truth is that it literally demolishes the whole reality that you've been creating for yourself in your own mind, and what you thought was possible and true. And many times we have dreams about things that we want to do, but they seem really far away. And for those things to come into our life, we need to love ourselves, and we need to break down the barriers that we built up in our mind about what we think is true and what we believe is possible. Because the things that you believe is possible right now, it's just like a limited version of what actually is true out there. And many times all of these conditionings comes attached to fears, which is also another side of greed, for example. And that's just like a plague that is all around the world, and it has always been. It's a part of the mind where we need to feel safe. But all of those things that the mind thinks that it will be safe from, I would say in my hallucination, is always false. And when you go through this journey, you will find yourself breaking down, crying, not knowing where to go, how to act, how to behave, whom to be with, where you want to live. When you really start to leave maybe your home country, you leave your old job, and you go for the things that you really dream for, you will be challenged by situation that will make sure that through pain many times you will have to change certain things. And all of those pains, we can't forget that, like, there's a saying that said, this shall too pass, and it always does. But in the moment, a lot of things really feel like it won't, or like everything is over. And the mind creates this thing where, like, holy shit, like, everything is over. I'm doomed to fail. No one loves me. All of those things are conditioning and generational trauma that's been passed on to you. So if you are a person that go through an awakening and you find yourself work through all of these emotional stuff and you don't understand where they come from, like, who is this even? Is it even mind stuff, or what? Who is all of this pain? It's probably because you're working off karma, generational trauma and karma that's been passed on for maybe hundreds of years. And now you choose to incarnate on this planet to make sure that you change the path of the direction of where your soul, maybe your future children, and the people around you, where they walk. You will be a beacon of light of people following you where the new path will be born. But for do that, you need to go through all of these emotions, all of this pain, anger, sadness, shame, unworthiness, not being enough, not knowing what to do and where to go. And this could be a really challenging place. And I speak from a place where I'm speaking from a place where I have experienced myself, where there's a lot of moments where I don't even know, like, I'm in a country and I don't know what to do. I don't even know what I'm doing here, but something in my hallucination, a universe, source, God, infinite intelligence is guiding me through directions down. You're basically download information of where the next step is, and you only know your next step. And that could be a really scary place to be in. Like, what should I do? What should I work with? How should I even make money for myself? Many times these questions are hard, and it's even hard to be in the society with, like, what everyone else is doing, because you're like, you know what? I don't feel like I want to be participating in the old world. We are going into a new paradigm, which means that we're going into the 5D, what they call it. That is the new frequency of Earth, basically. And in that new frequency, you either align with that frequency and you live and thrive, or you are on a lower vibration and it's like those two vibrations does not go together. It needs to be on the same kind of level. For example, if you have a lot of sadness in your liver, a lot of anger stored up in your body because that's what's been passed on to you, or any other low vibration emotion, what will happen is that you will need to go through and process all of that, like anger, sadness, shame, whatever the emotion is, to be able to reach a higher level. It's like a purge, a place where you puke out, like, feelings, situations, experiences from the past. It's like things that's been brought onto you, and you need to purge it out to be able to go to a higher level where you can actually experience love, gratitude, bliss, all of those higher vibes where you thrive and you feel joy. You can't really feel joy, and if you have a lot of clouds around you that is like covered with anger or sadness, because that lower frequency needs to be removed before you can manifest on a higher plane. And also in an higher, like in a 5D world, everything comes with ease. The old paradigm was like, work hard, grind hard to get more. In this vibration, it's like, no, it's given to you because you fucking deserve it. You deserve those things just like anyone else that does the job, or anyone. But the mind has ideas that you're not worthy of things. So those beliefs, programming, all of that needs to get out for you to really go out there and thrive in the world and do what you came here to do. Your soul chose something up there, down there, wherever that thing is. It chose it chose something for you to do and manifest. And if that is the thing you're here to do, you will be pushed towards doing and working with that. You will be set in situations where you will have a chance. You will meet people, you will experience things that will make you look at your stuff. And this thing never really stops. It just keeps on going. It gives you maybe from sometimes 10 minutes to a half a day, and then it's on to the next thing. And it's next thing, and it's next thing. We believe that we're supposed to have no problems. I can tell you right now, problems is a gift for you to learn from, and you only get more delicate problems. And that never ends. The problem becomes the wisdom that then makes you do and be the person that you want to be. It's a never-ending cycle. Let me know in the comments if this is going on in your life. Like and subscribe to my channel, and I love you very much.